Today is October 13th, 2010, and we will be interviewing Jim Bowman. Jim Bowman is 63 years old. He is born on February 2nd, 1947. Our names are Jocelyn Samuel and Olivia Adams, and we'll be the interviewers. Mr. Bowman is Olivia's grandpa. Grandpa, could you state the recording what war and branch of service you served in?
I was in the United States Air Force.
Well, can you tell us what your rank was?
Sergeant.
Where did you serve?
In Texas and in England.
How many years were you in the service?
4.
Can you tell me about adapting military life? Physical regimen, barracks, food, special life, social life?
Well, when I was in basic training, I was in open barracks, but when I was in regular, after basic training, it was like apartments. Only you didn't have no stove, it was just a bedroom.
How did you choose the branch of service you served in?
I wanted to get a trade, so I joined the Air Force.
What kind of training did you have?
What kind of training?
What kind of exercise?
Oh, we did physical exercise. We had to run, like in basic training, we had to run obstacle courses and that kind of stuff.
How did you form friendship?
Most of them were people I worked with.
Where did you serve?
In Texas and England.
What actions or duties away from the front line?
I was in during the Vietnam War, but I did not go to that war. I was in a peaceful country.
How did you stay in touch with those back home?
Letters. We wrote letters.
What did you do for recreation, off-duty activities?
Well, off duty, generally get like my laundry done and that kind of stuff. As far as entertainment, of course, your grandma was overseas with me, so. Because if you remember right, your Aunt Dee, your mom was born in Texas, and your Aunt Dee was born in England.
Were you still overseas when the war ended?
The war was still going on when I got out of the service.
Where were you?
In England.
How did you return home?
By airplane.
What reception by family or community?
Well, the family met me at the airport. I flew in. When I come back from overseas, I came into McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey and got discharged, and then flew from New Jersey back to Indianapolis, and your grandma and your mom come and pick me up.
How hard was it to return to normal life?
It wasn't very hard at all.
Are you a member of any veterans organizations?
No. I belong to the American Legion, which you have to be a veteran to belong to that.
Okay. Any contact with fellow veterans?
No, not that I was stationed with. No, I haven't seen them since I was in.
Okay. How has being in the military affect your life?
It makes you more disciplined than what it was before you'd go in there. You'd be, because the military will teach you discipline.
Lessons learned?
And
Did you learn any lessons?
just to obey your senior people. But
Okay. Have we forgot anything? Have we forgot anything?
no,
Do you want to add any stories? Or any pictures? Or
I didn't get any pictures. Your grandma's got all the pictures and stuff.
do you want to add like any messages or notes that you sent to your people?
No, I don't have none of that either. All I got is just the military records.
Okay. Do you have any stories that you would like to tell?
No, when I was overseas, it was kind of unique overseas because over in England, you drive on the opposite side of the road.
Okay.
And they talk funny over there.
Okay.
I mean, they talk English, but they have an accent to it.
Would you like to tell us about how you got your paychecks?
They give you a check each month, or well, you get paid twice a month, and you just get a paycheck. U.S. Air Force paycheck is what I got.
Do you have any paychecks with you?
I just showed you one. What was it? Where'd it go, Olivia? You found it.
It's right over here.
Is it in there? Or is it in there? It's in one of these,
I know it's back here somewhere.
It's here in the front, ain't it?
Probably. Yeah, it's probably in there.
It's in here somewhere.
It's
It'll
probably
be back in back
here. Yeah, right.
No, it's not it. It's a green one, remember?
Yeah.
There
Right
it
here.
is. Let me hold that up there like that.
Okay. How much money did you earn?
Well, that I don't really remember that part because each time you got a promotion, you made more money. Each time you got a promotion, you'd make more money.
How much did you earn per hour?
We didn't get paid by the hour. We got so much a month.
How much was on your check?
I don't really remember all that.
How much was on the check?
What check? I generally, like, on the second check of the month, we'd probably make $150, and then the check in between the first and the end of the month would probably be right around $80, I think, something like that. You didn't make much money in there, not back then.
What did you spend on the money?
What did I
What did you
spend?
buy?
Well, you had to buy your food and your clothes.
What kind of food did you eat?
It was regular food, just like everybody else eats.
Did you lose or gain any weight on the military?
No, I stayed about the same and weight-wise.
So, did you have all 3 meals, or did you just have breakfast?
No, you have breakfast, dinner, and supper, lunch, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, did you visit your family members when you were serving?
No, because I was away from them.
Did you have any breaks?
The only time I could come home is if I took a leave and come home. And overseas, it was hard to take a leave to come back home because you had to fly across the ocean.
Did you fight at all?
No.
So you just drove trucks?
Yeah.
Did you drive, like, them to the places where they had to fight?
No.
Okay, what did you haul in your trucks?
Oh, a lot of times we hauled, like, in a pickup truck, we'd haul like other personnel from base to base. Semis, I hauled mail.
Did you haul any guns at all?
No. No.
Okay,
No cannons.
how much mail did you bring into the people?
Well, I'd go to where I stationed at in England. It was like 90 miles north of London. And we'd go to London and pick up mail for like 3 or 4 different bases. And we'd meet those bases on the way back to our base at Ipswich or at Bentwaters and give them their mail, and then we'd go on into Bentwaters. And that's how people got mail over there, because they'd fly it into London.
Did they tell you when to go buy food with your money, or did you just go when you wanted to?
No, you can go whenever you wanted to.
Did you have to tell them that you were leaving to go get some? Or
No. They had certain hours that you could go to dinner, lunch. They had certain hours for breakfast, certain hours for lunch, certain hours for your supper or whatever.
did they give you any badges?
Just that one there, and they give you a name tag, and then because you wear your name, I think you put your name tag on this side, and then your ribbons and over here.
How many badges did you wear?
Just that one there, because the rest of them were like ribbons, and you pinned them on your uniform, on your Class A uniform. Now they had work uniforms; they called them fatigues. They were just green old uniforms.
Did you work with other truckers?
Yeah, there were several of us in the motor pool.
How many ribbons did you wear?
Most of them were like when you go to each base you go to, each base was awarded ribbons, and then each personnel was assigned to that base had to wear those ribbons. And I got a good conduct medal, and there was medals for like going overseas and that kind of stuff, ribbons.
Did you get hurt or
No.
anything?
No.
Did you get sent home when your mom crashed?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
She just had a car wreck, and she was in pretty bad shape, so
So you went home to take care of her?
yeah, for a month.
And then did you go back? Or
Yep, I had to go back.
Did you join it, or did they come and pick you up and say that you had to go?
No, I joined.
Okay. How many years of practice did you need?
Practice.
Of like training?
Well, you take a basic training course, and mine was like 6 weeks.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to tell us?
Like what?
Like any other stories or something? Like, were they battling when you were in there?
Were they what?
Battling?
No, I went to a peaceful country.
Okay. What were the homes like in England?
England? when I got over there, I was over there from 1966 to 1968. And they were like, the way they lived over there, was like being 30 years behind us over back here in the United States.
How many different trucks did you drive?
Well, I could drive military stuff, you know, like staff cars, pickup trucks, tractor trailers, wreckers.
Did you earn any dog tags or anything?
Yeah, I have dog. Everybody gets dog tags when they go in.
How many did you earn?
You don't earn them; they give them to you.
How many did you get?
2.
What do they look like?
They're just, oh, about that big around, about that shape. And that has your serial number on it, your name, your blood type.
Did you like talk to people that were fighting?
Have I talked to some that was in
Yes.
like Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother was.
Where did your brothers live?
Jerry.
Okay. When he was in the war, did he have anybody with him, like his mom or?
No, no. When you go to a war zone, you can't. You go there by yourself.
Did you have anybody
That went overseas with me? Yeah. At that time, it's my wife and Olivia's mom. And then Aunt Dee was born over there.
So you never went in like a boat or something to get wherever you were?
A boat?
Yeah.
No. No, we always flew.
Were you seasick at all?
We didn't go on a boat.
Oh. Were you sky sick? Like, were you sick when you were in the
No.
boat?
No.
Is there anything in your album book that you want to show us?
Just just what you guys looked at. You guys looked through it.
Did you have to sign a lot of papers to?
As you
get
can
in?
tell by this, yes.
How many shots did you have to have?
Everything. It didn't matter. You had to keep your shots up like every year, every 2 years. You had to keep your immunization up,
Okay.
just like you guys do here in school.
So you had to get the flu shot and H1N1?
Yep. Of course, they didn't have H1N1 back then, but
When you were there, did you see like any like dogs that served
dogs.
or?
You mean like canine dogs? Yeah, the military police had guard dogs that they would take out on guard duty with them. Most of them were German Shepherds.
Were they pretty nice or were they mean?
I didn't want to get close enough to find out. Because they can get mean.
Yes, okay. What color were they? Were they like white?
They were kind of grayish black. Most of them were.
Where did you sleep exactly?
Well, when I didn't live off base, when I lived on base, we slept in the barracks.
Did you ever sleep in your truck?
No. We didn't go that far in semis and stuff then.
Did you have to like take breaks in between your truck times?
No, because we wasn't on duty that long at a time.
Okay, long were you on in the truck driving?
Oh, probably 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 hours at the most.
Where did you travel to in your trucks?
Well, we'd go. Most of the stuff we did was for other bases. Like if they needed an airplane part, we'd take it to that base.
So you just like delivered mail to people?
Well, to the post office, base post office. It was military stuff.
Okay. Like what do you mean by military stuff?
Like it was Air Force mail, where each, like when you're overseas, or even when I was stationed in Texas, you get letters from home. That's the kind of mail it was.
Okay. How much mail did you haul?
Depending on what type of season it was. Of course, at Christmas time, you always had more.
Did you ever have presents?
We have brought back presents for people, yeah.
Did they apply you with what stuff you needed, like your outfit and
My uniforms?
yeah, your uniforms?
Yes.
What did your uniforms look like?
Mine was blue, and blue pants, and of course it overlapped and buttoned here, and you had a light blue shirt with a dark tie, and then your work uniform was just green fatigue clothes.
Okay. Could you ever wear hats?
Yep, had to wear a hat all the time. Yeah.
Did you get in contact with people that were like injured, and like when you delivered mail?
No. Because like I say, I was in a peaceful country.
Like, was it in a semi or was it in the back of the truck in the house?
What?
The mail.
We carried it in a trailer. And then the trailer was locked so nobody could take it.
Was the mail in bags?
Yeah, it was in bags marked for a certain base. And that's the way we delivered it.
So you just basically brought a bag to wherever.
I mean, mail wasn't the only thing we used to do. We used to, like if the colonel or the base commander needed to go somewhere, we'd have to take him. And we were kind of like in a motor pool, a jack of all trades. He drove about anything and everything.
So you drove like the person in charge to the places that he needs to go?
We had drivers that did that specifically.
Did you like just deliver the bags and they handed out all the mail to everybody?
Yeah, you take it to a post office.
Okay. Does the post office send it in a helicopter or?
Is what?
Does the mail people send it to in like a boat or?
No. See, where I picked it up from was the main place where the mail came in from the United States. And then they bagged it up there, and then we just hauled it. We didn't just, give each body a letter or anything. We just hauled it to each base has a post office, so you just deliver it to that post office.
So was it one post office or that the bags?
Our base only had one post office. The others that we hauled, they would meet us somewhere on our way back to our base, and them people from that base would meet us, and we'd give them their mail, and they'd take it on back to their base.
Okay, did you have like any breaks on certain days, or did you work all the time?
No, you had days off. Most of the time you work like mainly 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, unless you got Of course, they'd have what they call alerts, which when they have an alert, you got to go to base, and sometimes you got to be on guard duty. And
What kind of food did you eat on in the summer?
oh, we ate at the base in the base cafeterias. That's where we ate at.
How many truck drivers were there?
Oh, there was quite a few.
Were there girls or just men?
Where I was at the time I was in, we didn't have no girl drivers.
Okay, is there any stories that you like to tell when you were on the truck?
Nah, 'cause most of it was you just go do your duty, and you know, and you were done.
Okay, did you work in daytime or did you work at night too?
Sometimes you work days, sometimes you work nights.
How many truckloads of bags of mail did you haul?
Over a couple years, I don't know. I know it was quite a few, probably.
Each day, like, was it a half a load? Or
Most of the time it was maybe a half a load.
did you have to throw the bags off? To
Yeah.
different people?
Yeah.
How old were you when you joined it? When you joined Navy?
You mean the Air Force?
Yeah, the Air Force.
I was 18.
Okay. How old could you be?
18. You had to be 18.
How old were you when you came back to normal life?
How old was I? 21. I was almost 22.
Okay. Like, what year was that?
Hmm?
What year was it when you came back?
When I came back to the States, 1968.
Okay, what year was it when you went to the Air Force?
1965. Do you remember them years?
Were you married when you came back?
Yes.
Were you married when you went in?
No.
How old were you when you got married?
18.
Were you married at the...
Base?
Yeah.
No. I was married here in Wabash.
Okay. Did you have any, like, best friends when you were in the Air Force?
Well, yeah, I had a couple guys that would come around, you know, because you learn to make friends when you're in basic training.
Okay. Did you like wear boots all the time, or did you wear?
When you worked, you had to wear your fatigues, and then you wore boots. Yes.
Did you have like those remote control thingies that we have now to talk to the?
No. No.
So you just have like a walkie-talkie to talk to them or something?
No, we didn't have nothing. We just knew where everybody was going, and we went.
Okay. How early in the morning did you have to get up?
Most of the time, you had to be on duty by at least 6 or 7 in the morning.
How late would you stay out?
And probably 4 or 5 o'clock that afternoon.
Are there any days that you wanted to work over?
It depended on what was going on at the base. sometimes if they have an alert, you had to stay over.
Did you like to do it or not really?
No, I more or less enjoyed it, yeah.
Okay,
Of course, I was glad to get back home, too.
how old was my mom when you got back?
She was 3.
Was Aunt Lee, was she born yet, or
Yeah,
how old was she?
she was a little over a year.
Okay. Did your family miss you when you were over and where you were doing?
Yeah.
Were they really, really happy when you got back, or were they just not?
Yeah, well, see, Melinda and Dee, of course, Dee was born over there. They was with me most of the time over there. They came back like maybe 6 months before I did.
Okay. Is there anything that we forgot to ask you?
No, not that I know of.
Do you want to add anything?
I don't know what it'd be. I tried to tell you everything.
Okay, thank you for serving in our service.
You're quite welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.